It's finally time for Nami to go off. In One Piece, Chapter 1012, Itch, or honestly, like it should be titled, "'Tis but a Scratch," as Kikunojo is asked by her brother Izo whether or not the fact that her missing arm is paining her or not, but he's just like, no, 'tis but an itch. No worse than the day when you left and I felt the pain in my heart. I'm like, Kikunojo, you are a hardcore motherfucker. I love you. You are beautiful and strong. Fantastic. And, you get a few of the scabbers kind of catching up with Izo, with Kawamatsu, questioning if opening the borders will actually do anything positive for the land of Wano. But Kinemon tells them, look, we're in the middle of a battle, we can figure that out or we'll die before we get there. All that matters is I'm going to go protect Momonosuke, you guys scatter and join the fight. But Kikunojo is determined to follow behind Kinemon and take out Kanjuro once and for all. We also have Sicilian and Berati, the little monkey dude who was the lookout over in Zo. He ends up meeting up with Nekomamushi and Kawamatsu, Kikunojo, Izu, and Kinemon. And, as they break off, we have Kinemon and Kikunojo go in one direction, and Izo, Nekomamushi, Kawamatsu go with Sicilian Barati, and they actually inform Nekomamushi of what happened to Pedro, that he sacrificed his life in order to save the Straw Hat crew, and that the person who he tried to take down is on the island as well. So Nekomamushi sees this as the perfect opportunity to finish what Pedro started. His death will not be in vain, as Nekomamushi goes racing off. Although I have to wonder, does Nekomamushi even know who Perospero is? Would he recognize him? I really have to question that. Maybe he'll meet up with Carrot and we'll have a 3-on-1 fight against Perospero if Wanda and Carrot can get back up. Come on, Carrot, get back in the fight, girl. Get back in the fight, baby girl. Meanwhile, we open up with Yamato telling Momonosuke and Shinobi, well, that he will be the decoy in order to basically use a dummy of Momonosuke in order to mask what they're up to, because he feels that if he goes racing off, all the people are looking for both him and Momonosuke. So, with the decoy in his clothing, they'll think, oh, Momonosuke is still with Yamato, and they'll go chasing after him. Though they kind of call out Yamato on the fact that he's probably just itching for a fight. So, when Yamato does ask how the situation with Luffy and Kaido is going, Momonosuke notes that it's only the two of them, and Luffy is still doing pretty well. He's weakened, but still doing pretty well. So Yamato's just like, okay, a one-on-one fight? Really? I gotta get up there. As Yamato leaves behind the diary of Kozuki Oden, the travel log, so Momonosuke's gonna read up on his poppy. Meanwhile, Law had actually popped in not too long ago on the second floor where Sanji was, and as they all end up just being caught by Sanji, like Sanji really does do a good job of catching him. Zeus runs away with Sanji just being like, "Wait, Zeus, what happened with Nami?" So Zeus goes running away to try to find Mama, Big Mom, and Law goes running away to go after Big Mom himself, leaving the bandaging of Zoro up to Sanji, who just bandages him up in this massive cross because Law had told him, okay, give him a whole bunch of splints, keep his head facing up, and make sure he's conscious and breathing. which for the most part, Sanji doesn't really do because there's plenty of times when Zoro just passes right the fuck out. But because he's carrying around Zoro that way, a whole bunch of the Beast Pirates go after them because it's just like, hey, it's a big member of the Straw Hat crew carrying another big member. He's being over encumbered. He's trying to protect them. This is a good time to take this guy down. So they're all going after Sanji and all that good stuff. However, Sanji is met by Izu and Kawamatsu. And, when Sanji says that he originally was going to go help out Momonosuke, Kawamatsu says, oh, no worries, Kinemon is heading there to help out. Zoro briefly wakes up and says, go to the performance floor if you want to help out, and then immediately passes out. But, the whole group heads down that way anyway. Meanwhile, on the same floor, you have Big Mom, who knocked Page One the fuck out. It's like that one scene from Batman v Superman where Batman was fighting all those thugs who had kidnapped Martha and he just buries the one dude in the floor. Yeah, it's kind of like that. And Ulti is pissed. It's just like, how dare you do that to Page One? So Ulti's got no chill. Like, it's just like, you're an Emperor of the Sea, big whoop, I'll still take you down. So I have to give it to Ulti's ambition right here. Sees what happens to Page One and still wants all that smoke against Big Mom. But, Usopp's just like, okay, we should use this to our advantage, have them take each other out, or at least have Big Mom take her out. So Nami tries to play into the whole feelings of Big Mom. It's just like, it was her, Olin. It was her who ended up doing that thing that made you sad, not knowing that the situation with Okobori Town and it being burned to the ground. But Big Mom's just like, yeah, no, you shut the fuck up. You're next after I finish with this bitch. So Nami switches the script and says, Ulti, get her. Let's take her down together. And Ulti's just like, nah, you shut the fuck up. After the old bitch, you're going down. So Nami's got no directions to go into. So at this point, it's just like they can only tell Komochio to just run. Get the fuck away. So as Komochio tries his best to get away, Ulti's just like, yo, no, I told you to stay right there. And she goes bursting in with blinding speed, just slamming right into Komochio with her ulti mortar. And Komochio's on the ground bleeding. Komochio got beat the fuck. And, she's incredibly pissed. She is just so done with all the runaround and even starts just kicking Komochio while he's down. And while Thomas just like, no, stop it, stop hurting my friend. Ulti does the unthinkable. Like, it's unforgivable. Like, how dare you? How dare you? She smacks Tama in the face. And I'm just like, no, you bitch. And, first Big Mom is just like, did you just hurt my friend, you little bitch? And Ulti's just like, so what if I did? I'll smash you both in the face. After what you did to my little brother. But in comes Nami. It's just like, who said you could hit Tama? How dare you hit Tama? And she electrifies the fuck out of Ulti, because there's one thing that Nami will never abide by, is the harming of children. We've established this multiple times. When it comes to little kids and their suffering at the hands of older people, no, she will never stand for that. So Nami is battle ready. What will happen in regards to Big Mom being there as well is anyone's guess. Like, what happens when Zeus arrives? Will Nami end up getting Zeus back finally? Especially now that, Big Mom has that other homie, Hera? I think it was Hera. So Big Mom now has living lightning on her side. She doesn't necessarily need Zeus anymore, but Nami definitely could use Zeus. She definitely could use Zeus. So I'm hoping that she'll manage to make it out of this situation still having Zeus, especially since Big Mom seems to want to abandon him after he failed her so many times. So we'll see how that goes. Like, can the connection between Zeus and Big Mom be broken? What's going to happen next when Kinemon and Kikunojo end up meeting up with Kawamatsu? Will they make it in time to him? Where is Yamato going to go? Is he going to make it to the roof, or will he be stopped along the way? Is page one actually down for the count? Because he's gotten beaten down before, but he's gotten right back up again. Is Zoro completely out of the fight? I don't think so, but this would be a good time for Sanji to finally get a chance to shine in protecting Zoro. I would love it if he used Zoro as a melee weapon. I swear, he looks like Wolfwood from Trigun carrying around the cross with the way that Zoro is bandaged up. But heading to the performance floor, where I think he's heading to where Chopper and Queen are. I think maybe is Law going to end up being the one to take on Big Mom? Because what happened to Kid? Isn't he going to arrive? Will it end up being a team up with Kid and Law taking on Big Mom as a tag team? That would actually be pretty awesome. I'm really hoping on that one. And what of Cat Viper, Nekomamushi? Will he end up getting to Perospero? Again, that's also on the performance floor. And Perospero was gunning for Marco, so who knows what's going to happen there. There's so many moving parts, and kudos to Oda for keeping everything just consistent. As far as I know, there have been no gaps in logic. Everything has kind of been working out the way it should, and so far we're just heading to a brilliant rise in action, as fights are still kind of being set up. Like, seriously, it feels like only by the end of this year will we finally have some conclusions to a few of these fights, because it's still just set up, like set up all over the place. Robin and Brooke versus Black Maria, Jinbei versus Who's Who, Frankie versus Sasaki. We still have X-Drake taking on Scratchbat Apu, as far as I know. But I think he's also ended up fighting Hawkins, I think? I don't... No, it's Killer who's fighting Hawkins. That was it. That was what was going on there. There's so many matchups. And what is King doing? He was fighting, Marco briefly for a time there, but now Marco is restraining Queen so Chopper can get some hits in on him. Like, so many moving parts are really just happening here. And it really makes me question, who's going to be the first to be defeated? Will any of our heroes fall in the process? Tune in next time on another action-packed chapter of One Piece. So tell me your thoughts and theories in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that good YouTube stuff. Or don't, I ain't your daddy. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.